Hi, chemistry class. This is one of the lectures that I'm putting up. I put up two CK12 articles, one about medicine and the second one about agriculture. I've also created Google Forms that you can go in and answer the review questions from each CK12. So each CK12 has a practice quiz that you can do, but you're not graded on that, so that's okay. So today we're going to talk about a little bit of how chemistry plays a role. Sometimes we don't really give it enough, and what is chemistry exactly? But we really don't sometimes forget that chemistry plays a vital role in everything that we do. So as you are sick and have to go to the doctor, and let's say you need antibiotics, chemistry plays a vital role in that. And so the drug development, scientists spend hours and sometimes years in labs developing drugs, specifically antibiotics, that help you fight off pathogens that may give you disease. And so those are vital and crucial roles in that. And so they have actually played a vital role in major healthcare, especially as we're coming through this unprecedented time with the pandemic, COVID-19, which is the virus. It is a part of the corona family. So SARS and MERS as well are a part of the corona family, but so is COVID-19. So sometimes you can say, oh, coronavirus. Well, it's a part of the coronavirus family, but COVID-19 is the viral strain that is causing the pandemic that's happening at this time. So in new drug development that we're coming through, as you move through, what chemistry does is plays a vital role in how those drugs, that combination, that chemical compound that they're creating, has a reaction on your body. How does your body actually react to all of that? And so chemistry, through years of development, plays that role in there. So it takes a very long time on the research and development side in the pharmaceutical companies to develop those. Antiviral drugs are the same thing, and that's actually what is now being pushed out and being developed by our companies around the world, actually, to help fight the virus that is causing the global pandemic at this time. And so one of the steps that it does is when doing the development of these drugs, it takes years, specifically in the United States, to get through FDA guidelines and regulations. And so they usually start within the lab, that scientific method, and then they create an experiment, and usually using animals are the first things in lines of defense, because they will carry same DNA, and sometimes, like rats, will have a similar reaction like the human body will before it actually goes into human development. So that's one of the things that you'll read in your CK12 under medicine. And chemistry actually also plays a role in the new technology, new organ development, organ transplant, all on how your body reacts. So often when we think about that, we think about biology. Well, chemistry is the foundation of biology. Often biochemistry is a big vital role on how our scientists usually have degrees, and so they can do that. So sterile materials, that's one of the things that we're working on right now, right? So the virus, COVID-19, can actually live for a long period of time on certain surfaces, from plastic to cardboard, sometimes hours to days on end. And so the transmission process is a lot longer than it normally would have. And so chemistry actually plays a vital role on sterile equipment in the healthcare industry. So when we're talking about sterile, what we're talking about is completely cleaning it, wiping it clean, that takes specific chemicals to kill any kind of pathogens that may be living on the surface. Because what happens? If you don't have a sterile material and a virus is still able to live and you use that same equipment in surgery, you actually are transmitting that virus to a new patient. And so that can cause vital detriment, right? So that has happened. The replacement and transplants is a huge thing in the medical field, but chemistry plays a vital role. Once again, on how your body reacts to that, and that's the chemistry portion. A lot of times, everybody probably here has been to the doctor at one time or another. You've gone in, you've had your blood drawn, you're looking at your glucose levels, you're looking at your lipid levels, all kinds of things are looked at. And actually, that's all chemistry. So when your blood work or urine or whatever is being your biopsy, or maybe they're looking to see if you have a bacterial infection or a viral infection, that's all chemistry. So the medical technologists that work in the lab actually run equipment that helps test for all of that. And a lot of that goes to the chemistry department. And so clinical laboratories that are found in hospitals are a part of your chemistry chemists that are actually looking to see what's going on in the body. So one of the examples of that, and that you'll read, is diabetes, right? So you are actually being in there, and you could have a complete metabolic panel, which is looking for all kinds of things in your body, what's going on. But it's really looking for glucose levels. And the glucose levels are, what are your levels at that point in time? And so if it's high, then they're going to probably want to see what we call as an A1C. And an A1C will go back and look at what has been your average glucose levels for the past 3 months. And so if it's been high on average for the last 3 months, they're going to want to know, are you pre-diabetic or are you diabetic? What kind of drugs can we use to treat and help keep? Because that means that you have too much sugar in your body and not enough insulin that's being developed to go ahead and get rid of that. And so that's what they're going to look at. That's a big chemistry portion. So everything that happens in the healthcare field and in medicine, chemistry is the foundation of all of that. And so that's a big deal. Insulin development to help do that. So please go through and read that, and I hope that you can understand. Also, watch the videos. They're really informational, and I'll try to put another YouTube video up for that. Another article that I put up is how chemistry plays a role in agriculture. Sometimes if you live in the city and you haven't really been out of the city and you haven't been surrounded, but Missouri is actually a huge farming state. Out in the country, lots of farms. So they have cattle farms, and then they grow fruits, or they grow vegetables or certain crops for agriculture, that they're going to sell, like soybeans or corn. So when you walk into the grocery store and you're buying everything, all that comes from farms. So how does chemistry and what do these farmers do to kind of make sure that you're getting the best product that they can? Well, this is how chemistry. They have to check the pH and the soil content and make sure that the soil is in the right way so that you get the best product when they have to pick the tomatoes or corn or soybeans. Also, if you're growing your own products, maybe you have a garden in your backyard, or you want to start your own garden in the backyard. One of the first things you want to do is, what is your soil content? What's the pH? Because certain vegetables and fruits all grow in a certain pH level. And so that's one of the things that have to be checked. Does your soil have enough nutrients? Because plants all need nutrients, and nutrients is their food to grow healthy and properly. And so that is how chemistry will play a role. What's the water content? Is your plants going to get enough water in there? One of the things that's also been in hot debate for the last probably 5 years, longer are pesticides used in agricultural content, genetic modification, which is all chemistry based, biochemistry based. And a lot of times, farmers have a problem with insects. And so pesticides have been used within crops so that when they go ahead and farm, that their large amount of crops aren't lost to insect infestation. And so that's also played a vital role in growth. So you heard me say genetic modification. The truth is that everything is genetically modified at one time or another. But so don't be scared of that. It has happened, and it does happen. Some farmers are moving away from using pesticides in their agriculture because it has had a detriment to certain insects, or like bees. And bees have had a dying out process where they've declined. And the one thing about bees is that if bees die, so does our population. And think about that. Bees pollinate our fruits and vegetables. You have bee farms that are, shipped across the country so they can pollinate. So that has been a huge debate within the science world, and has probably, hopefully some of you have actually heard that before. So that's one of the things. But so definitely look on that. And if you have any questions, please email me, and then I will get back to you as soon as possible. Okay? All right. Have a good day.